Hey guys, Empire Clutch here, and in today's review we're going to take a look at the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor. This is going to be set 75348. It contains 957 pieces and used to retail for $100. Let's get into it. Looking at the box, we have the TIE Interceptor chasing the Mandalorian Fang Fighter. They are flying in space above what I presume to be Mandalore. I think this actually looks pretty dope and fitting for this set. We of course got the Mando box art with Mando and Grogu in the corner down here and the 4 minifigs over here. On the back of the box, we have the TIE Interceptor in landed position. We have some fighting going on the ground. We have the Fang Fighter flying over them, firing some spring-loaded shooters at them. We also have some cutouts of the cockpits being opened and some of the play features. Let's open it up. Money shot. Inside the box, we're gonna get 2 manuals, one for the Interceptor, one for the Mandalorian Fang Fighter. I like when they split them up like this. This is perfect. We also got 8 numbered bags. Here we have it, the finished TIE Fighter and Mandalorian Fighter. I think first glance these look great. I'm actually surprised of how good this actually looks in person. I was kind of sleeping on this build maybe. But yeah, let's first take a look at the minifigures. Starting off with the least interesting minifigure, we got the R2-E6 astromech droid. I mean, I do like this minifigure. I think a black astromech droid with silver printing actually looks pretty dope. But compared to the other minifigures in this set, astromech droids just aren't that good. And sadly, this one doesn't come with back printing. Only R2 has ever gotten back printing, sadly. Next up, we got a TIE Fighter pilot, and in my opinion, TIE Fighter pilots are dope, but we've seen them a million times before. Nothing really unique about this minifigure in particular, but overall, I just like TIE Fighter pilots. They are one of the best troop designs of the original trilogy. It got basic back printing and a female head underneath. Next up, we got the Mandalorian or Din Djarin, and this is a Mandalorian fig we've seen in a lot of sets recently. He is in his Beskar armor, he has the dark saber. I like the chest printing, the leg printing is good. The helmet is also very decent on this Mandalorian minifigure. He also got nice arm printing on both arms. You love to see some good arm printing in a set like this, W Lego. You also have that metallic grey jetpack on. He of course got that Pedro Pascal face underneath the helmet, and the last minifigure in this set is the Mandalorian Fleet Commander, and this is a decent Mandalorian figure in my opinion. On the chest we got that Commander insignia with the red stripe. I like the leg printing, it looks dope. Sadly no arm printing, and the helmet is actually pretty decent. Sadly this came out before the new rangefinder, so we will see the old rangefinder on this minifigure. He also got that metallic grey jetpack on. I'm not the biggest fan of the face print. I think it looks kinda goofy, but he also comes with an extra hairpiece if you don't want the helmet on. I like when Lego includes those extra hairpieces for minifigures, W. But yeah, that face, there's something uncanny about it. He also got a dual-sided face, and this side is even more uncanny than the other side. I'm just gonna keep the helmet on because I can't look at this, but it's nice that they included 2 facial expressions. Let's take a look at the builds. Starting off with what I think is the worst build of the 2, we have the Mandalorian Starfighter. I'm not the biggest fan of the very flat design. I think it looks kind of goofy just being like 4 studs wide at some point and maybe like 12 studs wide at like the widest point. It only has a few play features to it, so nothing exciting there. It of course has a cockpit that you can open up and have a minifigure placed inside. Inside the cockpit you have a printed control panel. There's no studs in the button, so he doesn't connect to anything. And there's this little handle that he can steer the ship with, which is kind of cool. It is a nice printed cockpiece, so you gotta give credit to Lego for that. Like, we love printed cockpits. Underneath you have some stud shooters so that you can shoot off, and that's a good play feature for kids. And they're well hidden, they're not like in the way on the top. I could easily see Lego replace these cannons with stud shooters instead of having them hidden underneath. So W Lego for actually making it look good on the top and then have the play feature underneath. You rarely see that today in Lego sets, so W when they actually do it. The engines actually looks pretty good. You have 3 engines with the trans blue that's supposed to represent the frost coming out of the engines. But yeah, the engines are in this sleek metallic design, which I think is kind of cool and it looks good. Just overall, the design and color of this ship is pretty nice. I really like the cannons. They are a little fragile, you can easily knock this off, but other than that, I think it looks very good. I mean, there's not much to say about this. It is a very basic flat build, but it does look good on the eye, and I'm actually happy to have it in my collection now, even though I heavily slept on it before building it. Moving on to maybe most people's reason to buy this set, the TIE Fighter. I think this is definitely the best playscale TIE Fighter LEGO has made to date. The design of it is sleek, it looks good on the eye. The cockpit is maybe a little too square looking, but it's kind of hard to get that totally right with LEGO, but I think LEGO did an okay job with this. You can also see a bunch of techniques showing. I think they did a better job on the 2018 TIE Fighter from the Solo movies. I think they don't hide it as well here, especially on the back where you have the blue Technic rod throwing. They could at least have used like black so it may be blended in more, but no, they wanted to use blue for that, and it looks not that good from the back. But while we look at the back, we have the engine here, the dual engine, the twin engine with the trans red showing the thrust of the engines. I think they did a good job. I think it looks very sleek from the back with that engine part. Like, it actually looks pretty good. Moving on to the top, we have this printed disc. In the front, we also have this printed cockpit piece. We also have some spring-loaded shooters at the bottom with some green spring-loaded shooters inside them. I think that looks pretty decent. I really like when they have it like integrated into the design like that. It doesn't look too dumb with the spring-loaded shooters inside, because it adds a little bit like it's actually in a battle right now and shooting its lasers. I really like the wing design. It's a good mix between tiled off and studded. Maybe a little bit too tiled off for my taste, but other than that, I think they did a very good job with the wings. They look menacing, they look good, they look sleek, they have a lot of detail added, a lot of greebling. The inside is just fully anti-stud, which is nothing bad about that. I don't have any issue with the inside of the wings being anti-stud. They usually are on TIE variants. You can of course open up the cockpit from the top and the front right here, and then you can have a minifig inside. So you just take your TIE pilot and you place him inside. He fits very easily in there. You close it up. You can kind of see him through the cockpit piece, and he looks pretty good in there. Inside you get this printed control panel, nothing much else going on inside. No holder for his blaster or anything, like it's bare minimum inside there, but it still looks pretty decent in my opinion. I think this is definitely a very good playset. I mean, looking at the next to the 2018 TIE Fighter, I think they look pretty much in scale of each other, which is a big W in my books. But yeah, this is definitely a very good playset, and I like when they add two ships into one playset so you can have like kind of a battle going on with the two different sides. It is sadly retired now, so you have to pick it up on the second-hand market, but it's not that expensive. It hasn't really gone up in price since retirement because of no really exclusive fix. Nothing really exclusive in this set that like really ramps up the price. You can get this for very cheap, still in sealed condition. So overall, I think this is a great set, I can't lie. But I kind of regret not buying this while it was in stores. I was into LEGO when you could buy this for retail price, but for some reason I slept on this set heavily. I kinda underestimated how good the Mandalorian fighter is. It is actually better in person than I imagined. The TIE fighter is of course as beautiful and good as I imagined. It is good, it will fit nicely into my TIE collection. The minifigs are alright in this set. It's not the best minifigs I've ever seen in a set, but they are good for this set. I especially like the astromech droid. I think the astromech droid is probably one of the best minifigs in this set. I might be crazy. But yeah, overall I think this is a great set. Maybe like an 8 out of 10 set if I'm gonna be completely honest. But if you guys enjoyed this review, please leave a like, comment down below what you think of this set. And as always, see you next time. Peace.